summer camp presentation by Bryan, 11-year-old. We were working on To Kill a Mockingbird, a high school book. Go ahead.
Okay. Harper's Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird is a story about a young girl named Scout Finch who grows up in a small town Macomb, Alabama during 1930. The book is mostly about Scout and her brother Jem and her father Atticus, who is a lawyer. The book talks about racism and growing up, learning about to understand people. At the beginning of the story, Scout and Jem are curious about their neighbor Boo Radley. Boo Radley, he never comes out of his house, and the kids try to make him stories about him being scary. The kids make up. They try to see him leave the all. They leave. He leaves all notes around them for him, but he never responds. Over time, they realize he isn't that bad after all. A big part of the story is when Atticus defends a black named Tom Robinson. In court, Tom Robinson is accused of hurting a white woman named Myella Eo, but he didn't do it. Atticus tries his best to show the truth in court, but it's clear the court is racist and they make Tom Robinson guilty. It's really unfair to Scott and Jem to realize how unfair the courtroom is. Later, Tom dies, while trying to escape from prison, and it gets worse. Myella's father, Bob Ewell, gets angry at Atticus, and at that point, he attacks Scout and Jem with the kitchen knife. But Boo Radley stabs Ewell with the kitchen knife, and eventually Scout and Jem realize he's actually a kind person. She finally understands why Atticus meant all you really. She finally meant you really never understand a person until you meet them. The book teaches important lessons about the right and the wrong, how people should treat each other, and shows how you should not study to judge people, how they look or say. Even since Scout is a kid, she learns a lot about a few funny kindness and growing up. Anyway, the good part about the story is that the courtroom attendance thing is to use the remaining time, which is the case is not one difficult, requires no minute of sifting complicating facts, but does not require sure beyond the doubt. The state has not produced one item of medical evidence. In effect of the crime Tom Robinson is charged with never took place and relied instead upon a testimony of two witnesses whose evidence has caused a serious question, cross-examination, but flatly contradicted by the defendant. Defendant is not guilty, but someone in this courtroom is. I have nothing but pity in my heart for the chief witness of the state. My pity does not extend so far for putting a man's life at stake, which is done in effort to get rid of her own guilt. Say, gentlemen, I have guilt that motivated her. She had committed no crime, but merely broken a rigid time-honored code of our society. A code so severe whoever breaks it is hounded from the midst of unfit life live with. She's a victim of cruel poverty and ignorance, but I cannot pity her persisted to breaking it. She persisted a subsequent reaction of something that all of us have known to time one another. She did something but in her case, a child is stolen college contraband. She struck out to a victim in necessity, but she has put him away to remove her presence from this world. She must destroy the evidence of her offense. What is the evidence of her offense? Tom Robinson, a human being. She put Tom Robinson away from her. Tom Robinson was a daily reminder of what she did and what she tempted it. And what she do? She tempted a Negro. She was white and she tempted a Negro. She did something unspeakable. She kissed a black man, not an old but a strong young Negro man. No code mattered to her except she broke it, but it came crashing down on her afterwards as her father saw the defendant. Has testified what does his father do? We know that the circumference of one who led almost exclusively with his law. We let the respectable white men who would never understand the circumstances. He swore the warrant with no doubt in signing the left hand. Tom Robinson now sits before you, taking an oath. Only good hand he possesses is his right hand. Which, gentlemen, it proves itself that as black as Tom Robinson's skin, a lie do not have put out. You know the truth, and the truth is some Negroes lie, some are immoral. The Negro men that trusted all women, black or white, but truth applies to the human race, and particular race of men. There is a person in this courtroom who never told a lie, who never done an immoral thing, and no man looked up to a woman that desire. Okay, that's the end of How to Kill a Mockingbird, the courtroom house, and a summary of it.